everybody, welcome back to the Purple Pumpkin. I'm Laura, and today we're going to be looking in the backyard at a few exciting updates. We worked on the fence this past week and it looks amazing, and I can't wait to share it with you all. And also I wanted to give you an update on the pumpkin patch. It's kind of like exploding right now, so I'm going to give you a look at that and maybe at the fairy garden as well, because I have been working on shifting some things around. So I figured I'd give you the updated things first, and then we'll do a full garden tour of the backyard maybe next week. So come with me and let's have a look at all the exciting things that are happening. Okay, so we're looking at the before of the fence now. This fence we put up pretty much as soon as we moved in. We bought this house about 10 years ago, so we needed something cheap and fast. And what we did was we got the metal T-posts or U-posts, whatever you call them, and we got a bunch of free pallets, and we slipped those over metal T-posts, and then that formed a fence, but obviously it doesn't look very nice. So then we put the rolled bamboo fencing that you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot. We just put that on both sides of the pallet, but we've had to update it several times, adding more and more because it does wear away pretty quickly. And obviously we also have a lot of like vines and stuff growing on here. So that has added weight to the fencing, and it just is not going to make it another season. So we are finally going to be replacing this with stockade fencing. So I'm super excited. So keep watching. Okay, so we've torn up a ton of stuff, ripped out a bunch of pallets. This is progress. Drew is putting the posts in, and he is cementing them in, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a look at that. I'll come around the other side here, and you can kind of have a peek. We're gonna bump this out a bit so that where you see that post, that will be where the new fence line is. I'm so excited. And here is a look at it from the other side. He has put in a bunch of the fence posts, and he's just like holding them in place with some other pieces of wood while the cement dries. And you can see on this side how bad the fence is like leaning and everything, so it really needed to get done. The vines that are on there are mostly Virginia creeper, and there is one poison ivy vine that pokes up every now and then. I always am pretty on top of that one though. We also have bittersweet as well, and there's a nightshade. So there's several vines on this fence. I'm going to rip them all out. There's Drew working. And he's starting to finish up the very back line of it. And we're going to pull out all of these pallets. But here you can see what it looks like without the rolled bamboo over it. And this is the finished product. It looks amazing. We're going to paint it or stain it probably like white to go with the other fencing that we have. We have lattice fencing on the rest of the yard. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be white. But I love it. I mean, I love it like this, but I think it'll be better if we paint it. This one here is going to be like kind of like a secret gate. And then this area I'm hoping to turn into a garden. And here's a look at it from the inside of the backyard. Totally finished. I am obsessed. It looks so amazing. Like, it feels a lot bigger. And it just looks so much cleaner, so much nicer. Like, I can't even believe we waited this long. It's such a huge difference. I'm going to have to push some of these plants back, which is good because I have a bunch of shrubs in here that are eventually going to crowd each other. So I got a lot of work to do on this area, but it really shouldn't be that bad. And the soil is great over here, so I'm excited. I love it so much. What do you guys think? Do you like it? What would you paint it? Like, I was thinking, like I said, white or like whitewashed or whatever. But I don't know. I could be convinced another way. So let me know in the comments what you guys would do. I think I'm going to repaint that blue shed eventually also, if that makes a difference. Anyway, let's have a look at the pumpkin patch. It's getting crazy. There's pretty much everything that I used to have in this vegetable garden. It just doesn't even matter anymore at this point. It's all pumpkins. There are a few peppers in here, but I can't with that. It's just, the focus has to be on the pumpkins because they really do take a lot of work. You have to be out here usually twice a day to check them for, there's a lot of pests that bother pumpkins. There's a little one there that's coming out. And once we get into August, it starts to get pretty bad with pests. So you really have to be on top of it. And I have been. So we're looking pretty good. We're starting to get some pumpkins. There are things that are growing that I didn't think I planted. I'll show you an example on the arch. But what I thought I planted were the little Jack B. Little pumpkins, which are like the little one, like the classic tiny pumpkins. There's one there. But what's growing on here is, I don't even know what to call it. They're like little gourds. They're small, like Jack B. Littles, but they have like bumps on them, like a bumpy gourd. They're cool. I like them. They're just not exactly what I thought I was going to get. So here's a closer look at those. I have a bunch of these, and they're pretty much ready to pick. But I'll probably leave them up there just a little bit longer. I like the way it looks on the arch, and these ones are not very heavy. And then I also have on here a couple cucamelon vines. And this is the first year that we've actually gotten cucamelons, and nobody likes them. These kids are like, these taste like cucumbers. They don't like them. Whatever. But they're super adorable. They look like teeny tiny watermelons, but they taste like cucumbers. And then you can see there's this plant here. It's all the same plant, but that middle vine is putting out a different little bumpy gourd that's like greenish, whitish, instead of the orangish. So that's crazy. I don't think I understand how the science is working here. And so this goes all the way over the arch. On this side is a bunch of tomatoes, but there's more pumpkins down here. And they're just really starting to go crazy. So, and I'll just let them go. They will go into the lawn. They'll go over this mound here. They have pretty much taken over that supertunia there. And I put this little fencing just on the ground, just to deter the groundhog, because she doesn't like how it feels on her feet or whatever. But here is one of the pumpkins. This one is green right now. I think this one might be the blue Jarradale. I planted a couple different types in here. I planted a rouge pumpkin, a blue Jarradale, and then like the Connecticut field pumpkin. So it's kind of hard to walk in here at this point without stepping on something, and definitely not holding the camera. So I'm trying to show you. There are probably like I think there's 4 pumpkins in here right now. There's one there. I don't know if you can see that one there. I'll come around to the other side and see if I can give you a better look at them. And as I swing around here, I'll just show you what I did with some of the leftover bamboo rolled fencing. I cut it down a little bit. I took some of the good pieces that we had left. I cut it down and I wrapped it around the pool. So I think it looks great. It looks way better than, just having that there. So here's a better look at a couple of the little pumpkins here. I think there's like 3 over here. Yeah. And there's one there. And one in there. That might be the same one. And then real quick, I just wanted to give you a look at this one Jack B. Little plant that I have on the arch coming into the backyard. And this one is putting on actual Jack B. Littles, and they look super cute. And this is like, I just love how this looks with the little pumpkins on the top of the arch. It's so cute. And there's also a clematis in here that is all budded up. Like, there are so many buds on it, and I was like, what is this? I think it might be a sweet autumn clematis. I looked it up, and I think that's what it is. If it starts to bloom soon, then I will know, and I'll be excited. But I guess it's kind of aggressive, so I might need to trim it back quite a bit after it blooms. But I think it's gonna look beautiful once it does. And that's it for today. I'm gonna make a separate video about the fairy garden updates, the switching around that I've been doing in there. I'm liking how that's coming along. So if you are interested in that, don't forget to subscribe and like. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for coming. Bye.